Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, and in our today's session we are going to learn about clauses in English. This is our topic of the day. Please stay focused. Let us start today's session. What is a clause? Possible definitions are: clause is a group of words and it is a part of a sentence. It has subject and verb. It may or may not have a complete meaning. Rest of the things, a group of words, part of a sentence, has subject and verb, they are okay, but we have a problem with may or may not have a complete meaning. Okay? What kind of problems it's going to create, let us see in our later sessions. Okay? So, types of clauses, let us see. Only two: independent or main clause, or it is also called as principal clause, and dependent or subordinate clause. Okay, these are the two types of clauses we have. Independent clause has complete thought. It conveys complete thought to us, whereas dependent clause is not complete in its thought. It doesn't convey a complete thought. Okay, that's the main difference between independent and dependent clauses. An independent clause acts as a simple sentence by itself. Okay, structurally it acts as a simple sentence by itself. A simple sentence has only a subject and a finite verb. That's it. Okay, in that way an independent clause acts as a simple sentence. It has a subject and a finite verb. Example: we went to a movie yesterday. Okay, here we, that is the subject, went, that is the finite verb. Okay, we went to a movie yesterday. Very simple to understand. Okay, it forms the main part of the sentence which supports the other dependent clauses. A sentence may have any number of clauses, but it should have at least one independent clause to support other dependent clauses. Okay? Example: we went to a movie yesterday which was fantastic. Here, if you see, we went to a movie yesterday, here it acted as a simple sentence because we don't have any other parts of sentence over here. But here we have two clauses. We went to a movie yesterday, that is independent clause, which was fantastic, that is a dependent clause. Okay, an adjective clause over here. So, an independent clause supports other dependent clauses in the sentence. A dependent clause has a combination of subject and verb. Even dependent clause also has a combination of subject and verb, but it doesn't give complete meaning. Okay, it depends on the independent clause to complete the thought. It can't stand on its own. It needs support. Support of who? An independent clause. Example: though he is rich. So, do you get complete meaning over here? Immediately, if I say though he is rich, immediately you are going to ask me, yes, what happened? Exactly, even though he was ill. Even here also, we don't have complete meaning. Who gave me the directions? Even this also has no complete meaning. These are all dependent clauses. In what way they depend on the independent clause? Let us see. Though he is rich. Here we have subject he, verb is. Okay, exactly like that. Even though he was ill, he is the subject and was is the verb. Who gave me the directions? Who is the subject here, and gave is the verb. Here also we have subject verb combination, but this clause is incomplete in its thought. Let us see how to complete it. Though he is rich, he is a miser. Now look at the sentence. Though he is rich, he is a miser. Okay, here though he is rich is a dependent clause, whereas he is a miser is an independent clause. What's the only thing with independent clause? Only one condition, it should have complete meaning. Okay, it is a combination of subject and verb and it should have complete thought. For example, if you don't use this part, though he is rich, even then you can use he is a miser. It is a complete sentence, a simple sentence. He, subject, is, verb. He is a miser, we can say. But without he is a miser, you can't use though he is rich because it is incomplete. Okay. So, dependent clauses depend on an independent clause to complete their meaning. Okay. Let us see the second one. He attended the seminar even though he was ill. Now, if you see, he attended the seminar. Here comfortably you can put a full stop and use it as a simple sentence. He attended the seminar. No problem with that. It has a subject he and attended verb, a finite verb that too. Okay. He attended the seminar even though he was ill. This is continuation which completes the thought here. He attended the seminar even though he was ill. Without even though he was ill, you can use this particular independent clause as a simple sentence. But without this independent clause, you can't use even though he was ill as a complete sentence. Do you understand what I am trying to tell you? Dependent clauses can't stand on their own. They need the support of independent clause to complete its meaning. Okay? I thanked the man who gave me the directions. I thanked the man. You can put a full stop here. It becomes simple sentence. I thanked the man. No problem with that. I is the subject. Thanked is the finite verb. Okay? Now, who gave me the directions? Which man I'm thanking here? That man who gave me the directions. Okay? I thank the man can act as simple sentence, whereas who gave me the directions is incomplete in its thought. Okay? I thank the man is independent clause. Who gave me the directions is a dependent clause. Do you understand the difference, dears? Now let us see types of dependent clause. This is really crucial. Noun clause. Example, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know. Here, this is independent clause. I don't know. You can put a full stop after no and it becomes a simple sentence. What the future holds. Now here it is the noun clause. Okay, I don't know what. I don't know what the future holds. I don't know something. And by default all the things are nouns. Okay. So it is a noun clause. Next one is adverbial clause. Example, whether you like it or not, you have to learn it. Now see, you have to learn it becomes a simple sentence even without this part. Okay. Adverbial clause, whether you like it or not, it is expressing a condition. Okay. Whether you like this course or you don't like it, thing is that you have to learn it. Okay. This is adverbial clause. There are at least 9 types of adverbial clause. We are going to deal with them in a separate video. Okay. And the next one is adjectival clause. Example, fruit that is grown organically is healthy. Fruit that is grown organically is healthy. Here, where is the independent clause, my dears? Here it's a bit tricky because it is not continuously laid over here. Fruit that is grown organically. We have to find out the independent clause here. Fruit is healthy. It is the independent clause here. Fruit is healthy. What kind of fruit? That is grown organically. Okay. So it is describing the noun fruit. Okay. Which part of speech describes nouns, dears? Yeah, adjectives. Okay. So that is grown organically is an adjectival clause. Fruit is healthy. Fruit that is grown organically is healthy. Not every fruit, but that is grown organically. Adjective. Okay. Some of you may ask me, fruit that is grown organically is healthy. Okay, it has adjectival clause, but where is the comma? I'm going to deal with that question when we deal with adjectival clauses separately. Okay, have some patience. So these are the three types of dependent clause we have. First one is noun clause, second one adverbial clause, and third one adjectival clause. Okay. Now let us practice. The newspaper will tell us tomorrow. What is it going to tell us? Oh no, let's see. I could not tolerate. What? The jury felt. What did it feel? So, grammatically speaking, all these three are independent clauses because they have subject, they have verb, and they have complete thought as well. Okay? The newspaper will tell us tomorrow. You can put a full stop there. Technically, grammatically it is right. Okay? Logically it may need something else, but grammatically and technically it is right. No problem with that. I couldn't tolerate. What you couldn't tolerate, that is a different question. This clause has nothing to do with that. Okay, it is independent clause. I is the subject, couldn't tolerate is the finite verb here. The jury felt, the jury is the subject and felt is the finite verb. What did it feel? That forms the next part of the sentence. Let us see. So here, this is independent clause. What the world does today. Now read it together. The newspaper will tell us tomorrow what the world does today. So the newspaper will tell us tomorrow something. So what kind of clause it is, dears? Yeah, noun clause. All things are nouns. What the world does today. The newspaper will tell us tomorrow what the world does today. Okay. So here it is a dependent clause. What the world does today is the dependent clause. Here the newspaper will tell us tomorrow can form a simple sentence, but whereas what the world does today cannot stand on its own. So it is a dependent clause. Now second one, I could not tolerate. Independent clause. I could not tolerate what? I couldn't tolerate what he said. Okay. So what he said is the dependent clause over here, which can't stand on its own. Okay. So here it is, what he said is dependent clause. The jury felt, this is the independent clause here, and that he is guilty. Read together. The jury felt that he is guilty. The jury felt can be used as a simple sentence, whereas that he is guilty can't stand on its own. It depends on the independent clause to complete its meaning. Okay. So that he is guilty is a dependent clause. Now let's have a look at our simple quiz. Identify the independent and dependent clauses in the following sentences. Raj acted as though he were a born artist. People drew on the stones during the olden days. Call me whenever you need help. I know the girl who won the prize. Okay, so these are the 4 sentences for quiz. Okay, just go back to practice once again and see how to identify the independent clause and dependent clauses and apply the same thing over here as well. Hope you will participate in this quiz as well. Let me know your answers either through mail or in the comment box. Okay, so don't forget to like and share my videos, and please subscribe to my channel as well for more such interesting videos. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye bye.